What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another build video, and today we're going to be going over carpet bombing Rafa. If you guys like Tediore, if you guys like explosions, then this is the build for you. So this build is centered around ordnance and Tediore chucking, and there's a lot of great choices for this build. First off, we have our pistol, which is the Ruby's Grasp. When you throw it, it's going to split into more copies and hum into the enemy. Then we have the Anarchy. This is your Tediore shotgun. You can shoot it and build up the damage on it, but you can also chuck it and let it run around the battlefield if you want. The main star of the build. So we have a mobbing chuck and a bossing chuck. So for the mobbing chuck, you want to find it with replicator homing on it so it throws out 2 guns to home into the enemies. And with this build, you can make up to 4 copies. So we're going to be doing some pretty cool stuff with this. If you don't know about the chuck, basically when you click the shoot button, it doesn't even shoot anything. It just chucks it right away. So you're just chucking out like really fast reloads. For the bossing one, we have another chuck, which is going to be MIRV homing, so it's going to split into MIRV grenades after it blows up. A lot of bosses in this game are large, so you can hit all those homing MIRVs on them, and this thing will hit for massive damage. For the rep kit, triple bypass. It is way too good on Rafa, and you definitely want to get this. Now, ideally, you want to get something like Splash on it to get extra splash damage. I'm still on the hunt for that, but at the moment, I'm just using my Leech one with lifesteal. For the ridiculous grenade, we have the Blockbuster, and this grenade is like similar to the bonus package in Borderlands 2, except it bounces up and down and hits even more. Yeah. However, the splash is so large on it that you need to be careful and back up because it will easily down you. But the massive damage trade-off is definitely worth it. For the class mod, Grenadier. Now, the one I have here is really bad. I need to farm better. But if you get the blue skills on it, then you will get the better ordnance cooldown stuff, and it's quite nice. But the red skill right there, that's for more damage if you want to roll for that. Those are the main 3 you want to roll on this. For the shield, it's no surprise, the fireworks. Top and slot shoots out missiles when you kill things. They chain other enemies. They shoot out missiles. They chain other enemies. They shoot out missiles. Try to get this in many elements so that you can use it for whatever you're taking on. Finally, for the enhancement, we have Tediore, and you don't need a legendary one. This one's level 36. The main thing, though, is Digidivider, that top roll. If you find that on like a green, blue, purple, whatever, you want that one. That will allow you to spawn an additional projectile when you reload, so an extra chuck, an extra Ruby's Grasp. It is very powerful for DPS. As for the firmware, just like any ordnance build, 3 Gadgets Ahoy and 2 Airstrike. So Gadgets Ahoy is going to give you ordnance cooldown, ordnance damage, and ordnance damage again if you get a kill. And Airstrike is going to give you splash damage radius and splash damage. For the skill tree, pretty much all points go on the red tree. Red tree is just so meta right now. It's way too good. First off, you have gun damage, which will apply to your Tediore chucks, so definitely grab that. If you crit the enemy, then you get action skill duration. So with these 2 skills together, if you get a kill here, you get more action skill duration. With these 2 kills, if you're mobbing, you have infinite uptime on your action skill and your overdrive, which is another big damage bonus too. Over here, if you have full shield, you will get bonus damage, so that's quite nice. 2 points just to move down the trees, so we have a little more skill damage. Some of these are just not really needed. Because we're doing Tediore build, if you chuck anything and like hit yourself, I've noticed that you will instantly go down. So like survivability doesn't help at all, at least from my testing. And we don't want to drop free grenades because if we do, we're going to down ourselves with our own Blockbuster grenade. That will kill you. Over here, we're going into indirect projectiles because we're not shooting our guns, we're just chucking them and throwing a grenade, so that will help you buff up your damage. Aaron Spark is really good, so you get bonus fire damage on everything, but if you're using something that is fire, such as a, fire blockbuster, you will double that bonus, so 80% fire damage. For our capstone, we are turning our turrets into shotguns, and it's pretty decent DPS, so be sure to grab that. You can also put on this augment over here to turn your turret into a turret companion, and you will get 25% ordnance damage. But the issue is your turret will shoot out copies of the blockbuster and down you. So with this specific setup, you can, but it's super risky. But if you want to, you can slap that on for even more damage. Next, we go 5 out of 5 on confetti, and then a little boost from my class mod for even more ordnance damage. It adds ordnance damage based on your gun's element, so if you're holding a, like, chuck, for example, non-elemental, you will still get kinetic damage on your grenade throws and stuff. Over here, we do have more splash damage when we have overdrive active, and we're doubling that with the capstone point here, so we have 70% off that skill. And then over here, a lot more gun damage, which will apply for your Tediore chucks. Now, for this skill, you lose gun handling, but we're chucking and having homing chucks happen, so handling doesn't really matter all that much. It is quite nice. Over in the blue tree, we did get a little bit more reload because we're chucking like crazy. And then 3 more points into this skill for when I get a kill, I get ordnance cooldown rate to spam more blockbuster grenades. And the extra points are boosted from my comm, so yeah, those are very nice to boost up. One more thing I gotta mention is the Grenadier. When you throw a grenade or Tediore gun, you throw an extra copy. So each and every time I chuck a gun, there's a 3rd one now, and my grenade, 2 go out. Yeah, that is a huge damage increase. Finally, for specializations, we do have all the ordnance stuff, so I don't have a high enough level yet to get all the stuff I do want, but we did get, like, the main stuff. So we have ordnance cooldown, gun damage will convert into ordnance damage for us, and we have a chance to crit with our ordnance stuff and get more crit damage. Now, I would like best defense too, but unfortunately, I don't have the skill points just for that yet. Also, Riddle You This can be really good too for the gun damage, because that will convert into your Tediore stuff, and also will convert into ordnance damage from this skill. Also, make sure you do upgrade your assault rifle ammo, because this is a Tediore build. You will be chucking a lot. And then also maybe pistol too. We'll do one more there. We need ammo. Let's go ahead and show off the build. Alright, so we are at the vault here. We're going to go ahead and pop overdrive. So there we go. Just chuck away. That's all you got to do. Now, when you get like a tougher enemy, maybe like this guy, you can just chuck out a blockbuster grenade. Make sure you back up because things are just exploding everywhere and it's easy to down yourself. Also, really cool thing about chucking ordnance while chucking guns is like it doesn't interrupt your animation of chucking. So it almost looks like it comes out of like nowhere when you throw your grenade. Quite nice. But yeah, you can see my cooldown's insane on my grenade. It's just already back up. We can throw another one. Oh, it's already dead. Never mind. And that's everybody pretty much in this area. There's somebody over there. Let's do a little bit of Ruby's Grasp. So look at all the copies you throw when you have a Grenadier on and that Tediore enhancement. Let's get a little bit of ammo because this build is very costly. So there we go. We are stocked back up. Thank goodness for weighted ammo in this game. But yeah, this is pretty much a build. You throw things, things explode, and it's a good time. It's a good time. Dude, look at all the drones in the background here. I threw so many. Now, I will say this build is still early on. It's kind of a proof of concept. So there will be some improvements later on and definitely some more grenade choices. Right now, I'm in love with the blockbuster. Alright, since we're going to take on a boss, we're going to swap over to the Merb Chuck. And that's going to hit for a lot more. Hop in. And you can swap out your stuff. If you want to do like a fireworks, you can. Or a shock. Oh, loot. A shock blockbuster, you can too. So let's activate that. He did move, which is unfortunate, but it has such a large radius, it's still going to hit. But yeah, look at this damage we're hitting for right now. It's like, he's just melting. We're doing fire on shield, by the way. I didn't even swap out my elements. All right, now for the cocoon phase, we're going to throw it like right there, and that should hit. Yep, he's melting. Oh, he's dead. Oh, so good, so good. I love this build. It's so much fun. And yeah, there's your boss. Rip. And remember, you can use Anarchy too if you want to do some mobbing with that. You don't only have the chuck for everything. You can do some gun damage too. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be the build coverage for today. So let me know below what you think about carpet bombing Rafa. Honestly, it's one of my favorite builds on Rafa right now, and I will be fine-tuning it more in the future. But yeah, you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next build video. Peace out.